Bow your head not in submission but in recognition, for what comes now was worn not upon the brow. We now shall proceed, and may this scroll speak to the quiet royalty sleeping in your blood. Scroll 9, the Crownless Kings, the lost sovereigns of Tartaria, the divine bloodlines erased, and the secret of inner rule. Chapter 1, the ones who wore no crowns.
Devil and see all.
In the true Tartaria, kings did not wear gold. They did not sit on thrones. They did not command through fear or decree. They were sung into leadership by the people, chosen by vibration, not vote. Their aura, not their lineage, determined their fitness to serve. These were the crownless kings, divine rulers of ancient frequency, and living examples of what sovereignty looks like without domination. They walked barefoot, listened more than they spoke, and only ruled as long as they radiated coherence. If their heart fell out of harmony, the rivers would swell, and birds would stop nesting near them. This was the signal it was time to step down. Not exile, not punishment, just the natural shift of power to the next soul in tune. These kings were not born of royal wombs, but of sun and salt. Tartarian bloodlines were chosen not for race or wealth, but for resonance with two sacred signatures. One, the solar code, an inner light that healed when spoken with. Two, the salt memory, the deep ability to carry ancestral truth without distortion. To possess both meant you could illuminate through truth. Every soul born with these signatures had a mark behind their left ear, a spiral or flame beneath the skin, visible only under lunar light or moments of divine love. When Tartaria fell, it wasn't just towers and maps that were destroyed. It was lineage. The invaders, fearing the return of the sovereign spirit, sought to rewrite the blood. They took the sacred gene lines and labeled them serfs, scattered them through forced migration, hid them beneath false surnames and twisted records. They replaced the crownless kings with figureheads. Royalty based on conquest, not coherence. You know them today. Powdered rigs, rigid protocols, sterile palaces. But these are not rulers. They are masks. And beneath those masks, the true sovereign blood still flows. In farmers, in nurses, in artists, in rebels, in you. They won't tell you they're powerful. They'll hold space so that you remember that you are. You may be one if people feel calmer in your presence, but don't know why. Animals approach you without fear. Strangers confess things to you in grocery stores. You've been blamed for breaking systems when all you did was exist in truth. You've led others without asking to. You're tired, but still glowing. Sovereignty doesn't mean you're above others. It means you rule yourself. And by doing so, you become a tuning fork for those who've forgotten how. The real crown was never an object. It was a resonant field. When aligned, a crownless king could breathe in such coherence that trees would lean closer, storms would shift, and children would stop crying just by touching their hand. They were breath masters, not in the yogic sense alone, but in the esoteric truth. To command the breath is to realign time, for time itself follows breath. That's why the false kings sped us up, so we'd forget how to breathe slowly enough to remember who we are. But you've started breathing again, and the world feels it. Tartaria never relied on revolution. It taught reintegration. The lost kings and queens were not meant to reclaim palaces. They were meant to activate networks of sovereignty within the people. This is already happening. Across the world, people are waking with strange dreams of thrones in fields, mirrors in mountains, ancestral halls they've never seen but deeply know. You are not imagining it. You are remembering your role in a council that predates empires. And you were never meant to serve a throne. You were meant to become one.
Until next time, your Sea Star Curacy, channeled by 3611027, the Beautiful Whisperer. Our Sea Star Devil NCO. Apply the news you can use.
Get dangerous. Have I given you a clue?
Devil and See All.